Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Divine Rebel Hour. We're kind of doing the last-minute show today because, everyone's kind of going through it. I've been getting a lot of messages from clients and friends who are, really feeling out of sorts, feeling like their emotions are a little bit too much. And, something that I do is with my clients is transform that dark to light. Transforming what is uncomfortable to the light and transforming it back to love. So it's not, that's where a lot of stagnant energy comes from, or people, have blocks because they're afraid. They're afraid of, their emotions. They're afraid of seeing that part of themselves, and next thing you know, they're, we're dancing around it. We all do it. We dance around what we don't want to look at, and then it ends up becoming a hindrance in our life. We end up passing up opportunities and experiences because we don't want to walk through fear, or we don't want to walk through, anger. We, just the little things. So we wanted, to talk a little bit about that today. And I wanted to, start with a meditation, something so everyone can just kind of relax, let go of the day, let go of the worries. We just ended, Mercury retrograde. And it was kind of a really dense one for a lot of people. And the thing about Mercury retrograde that, we all laugh about it. We all talk about how, our computers go down and whatnot. But it's also a great teacher. And it's a great teacher because we revisit lessons that maybe we didn't fully heal or fully understand. Sometimes when we're going through a lesson, we only have the capacity to learn from that lesson depending on where we're at, the tools that we have. And the thing about retrograde that, many times people don't understand is that when it happens again, if a lesson is coming back, it's because you have the tools to go through with it. If you didn't, it wouldn't be in front of you. It wouldn't be happening again, and it wouldn't be in your experience. So, many times, people talked about this last retrograde was, went 18 years back. For myself, it went about 15 years back. And I had to look at what I was, what was I looking at? And I had to think about where I was 15 years ago and how that experience was, affecting me then. And then I looked at myself where I am at now, and I looked at the tools that I've gained in 15 years. I've looked at where I have been, the experience I've gone through, the understanding, how much I evolved. And then that lesson came back, and I had a better understanding for that lesson. And I was grateful for it. I was grateful because of how it helped me evolve to the person I was up until this point. And when I did that, there was some sort of closure, some sort of understanding with that I could finally let it go. A lot of doors were closed with this retrograde and with this equinox and eclipse that we just had. So it was like that final explosion, the final ta-da to what is no longer. And we're going to go into that. I'm going to take some callers here in a bit. But first I want to go into that activation and meditation. So just take a moment right now to relax, to just go within yourself, to feel your heart. Set that intention because we're going to be doing some releasing right now. What is it that you're ready to let go of? What is it that you're ready to see? And we're going to bring in the energy of the sun. So right now, as you take a deep breath, in through your nose and out through your mouth. And we ask for Mother Mary to come into your high selves as we set this beautiful prayer for this activation meditation today. And ask for Creator for prayers upon everyone that's listening today, or who will listen into future episodes or to the replay. Prayers upon those that are out in the world today and working and driving, those who have broken hearts, prayers for those who are needing clarity right now. I'm asking that the ancestors of light come in through your high selves, with Archangel Michael, Master Kathumi, Kuan Yin, Lady Nada, Lady Portia, Archangel Metatron, and Master Merlin, Master Quan, White Buffalo Calf Woman, and Saint Germain. And as we set this beautiful grid of light with Archangel Michael and the Indigo Children and Rainbow Children, who are right now on this planet raising the vibration, dissolving obstacles, dissolving the lower energies of hatred and greed and of separation, so it can come back into one. And just take another deep breath. As you look at a 5-pointed white light star in your third eye, and ask for your high self to bring in the light energy, the light rainbow energy, and through all your chakras. Take another deep breath. We ask for Archangel Michael to come in behind you, cutting any cords, worries that you've attached yourself throughout the day. Cutting any cords to family members, lovers, friends. So some of you are thinking way too much. And he's dissolving the worries in your crown chakras. And Mother Mary is connecting you to the heart chakra of Mother Earth and the heart chakra of the central sun. As Archangel Michael activates this energy in your heart, creating the energy of the Holy Trinity, of the masculine and feminine balance and unity, along with Great Spirit. As he begins to dissolve what you're ready to let go of, blocks, stagnant energy, attachments, resistance, attachment to the past, attachment to what you wish life could be like. Attachment to pleasing others, family, friends. Some of you are holding wishes and dreams that your parents had for you or partners. So you have better clarity about what it is that you want for yourself. And you're saying to take another deep breath, allowing that to dissolve down your grounding cord. As Mother Mary brings beautiful rose quartz energy and rose energy into your heart. To remember to take care of your heart. Not to put walls up, not to push everybody out, but to allow love in. Because when you allow love, that's how you transform the dark to the light. And take another deep breath, and you can just wiggle around, bringing yourself back into your space. Oh. So I want to take a caller now, and the number is 862-333. I'm going to unmute you. Hello?
Hello, it's Cassandra.
Hey, thanks for calling in. I know it was like last minute.
It's so funny because I just finished my whole day, and then I saw that, and I was like, oh, my God, how fun would that be? And the topic is a topic I was talking about all day, so I think it's hysterical. It's so divinely orchestrated.
I know, right? Well, it's funny because it's just kind of exploding everywhere where everyone's like having that off day or just really feeling like they're out of sorts and uncomfortable and they don't know where to go from there.
It's so true. It's so true because it's so overwhelming. And I feel like when people feel all their darkness that we have inside of us, whether it's just unhealed traumas, tragedies, or just stuff we've never looked at or unwilling to touch, it becomes so like it feels just like tons of burdens, and it makes us anxious, and it makes us angry, it makes us tired. And I think a lot of people are feeling like that today. So when you started talking about that, I was like, girl, you are not alone. People need to hear this. People need the light. So it's crazy, the timing, but it is such a shift today. It's one of those days. It's just one of those days.
Well, we're coming out to, like I was talking about Mercury retrograde and the lessons that retrograde brings for us, because I know most of us, we hear retrograde and we'll run the other way. I know I do. I want to go to a cave. But it's about revisiting those lessons when we have the tools again.
It's
a lot of
true.
times we don't have the tools.
It's true. And then as we grow up and we spiritually awaken more and we cross paths with different people, we finally get the confidence, or the universe kind of laughs at us and says, okay, well, you're strong enough now, so here, deal with it. And we're kind of forced to look at it and deal with it. And because the retrograde kind of ended, I think we're still dealing with the aftermath of it. So even more stuff is coming up if you already healed. And if you didn't want to look at it, you're kind of really being forced to look at it now. It's just time. It's like, open the wounds. Let's let light in it, and let's go. Let's make ourselves better so we can get back to love. And that's what you're doing. Are you doing that now?
Yeah.
One of those thoughts now?
Oh,
not easy, right?
Oh, definitely. No. And that's the thing. I was praying the other day about healing, and then the emotions came in, and that's the thing. Like, we have this automatic response about, grief came up or anger came up, so I'm going to ignore you. And today I just invited it in. I was like,
Beautiful.
What? You've been sitting out there for about 3 days now. Just come in and let's, and that's, the one thing even, and it's hard because, you do, sessions and healings and things like that. And for us who do that, sometimes it's easier said than done. We walk our clients through them, and we show them how to transmute and how to transform dark to the light. But when it comes to ourselves, sometimes we're like, oh, wait, what just happened?
Because we can watch it, and we can channel it, and we can help, and we can guide it, but it's so accurate when it comes to us. We're like, it's like putting like a cat in a bath. Like, the cat's like, hell no. That's how we view it. We're like, absolutely no way. I'm not. I know what it feels like. Like, I'm okay, but it's so vital for us. And sometimes we just need all of our angels to kind of kick us in the right direction and say, it's time. Allow it. Surrender it, and just go through the process, because you are going to feel so much better after. So much better.
Right. Right.
You
Definitely.
can have light without darkness. So sometimes we need to have darkness so we could exude even more light. And it's probably what you're kind of dealing with right now. But I applaud you for being so vulnerable to say, it's time, and I'm accepting, and I'm allowing, and I'm surrendering, and do what you got to do, because I'll go through it. That's huge. You're going to feel so much better. You're going to feel, I'm sure you are already a little bit, right?
Oh, yeah. Like, it's kind of one of those things, like and that's the process, you allowing yourself to see it and be it and feel it. And then it's like giving that emotion a hug, or giving that resistance a hug and allowing it to breathe, and then it just kind of dissipates. And, sometimes you're left with some sort of grieving and crying, but then that's the part of the transmuting that a lot of times people, we don't get, that it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to transmute in that way because you're letting it go. You're finally just releasing that and dissolving that energy, because they end up staying stuck in your body. And so, sometimes, clients will be like, I can't, attract something. I'm having issues with money or with love.
Yes.
And it's like, well, what do you have in there? What are you not looking at?
What are you not looking at that's putting up this block? I always think of like you have like a blue sky, and then you have the sun, and then you have this like really dark cloud filled with water ready to pour out, but it's just like holding itself in, and it's holding itself in. But behind that gray sky, the gray cloud, the sky's so blue, it's so beautiful, it's just blocking the sun. And then the release comes and all the rain pours out, and I just envision that as like tears and all of the gook of hurts and pains and traumas and depressions and sadness of things that were left unhealed. And once that rain hits the ground, now the soil's moist. Now the trees can eat and drink, and now the plants can grow, and all of a sudden the cloud's gone, and your sunlight that's always been there is able to shine brighter. So I always try to like use that as an example because it gives people an imagery for it, but also it just heightens how important it is that such beauty comes out of the darkness, and we all have it, and it's so important just to kind of handle it, love it, nurture it, feel it, and release it, because everybody deserves that. It's their birthright to feel and feel good.
Right. And a lot of times people are so afraid of that. And sometimes it's not even that they're so afraid of the emotion, it's they're afraid of that freedom. They're afraid of what's on the other side of that.
Yeah, it's scary because you're like, now what? What am I going to feel like? Or what's going to change or realign in my life? A lot of times, and I'm sure you've seen this, is when people heal, they start looking at their life differently, and they start noticing, oh, well, you know what, my job is not really serving me the way I need it to, or my partner that I've been dating isn't really serving me the way they need to, and things start to rearrange, and that's scary, but ultimately it happens for the greater good, and it happens because the light that you're now shining is going to bring back, you're reflecting it back, so you're starting to notice when things aren't the way that they need to be aligned with, and it's frightful when you first tap your toe into it, but once you realize it's for the greater good, you're like, yes, keep coming, keep happening, I want to see what's next, I'm excited. You just got to get over that little, roadblock first.
Right, and too, yeah, and I like that because, our ego, likes to keep in that space of illusion, and that's the thing, when you start to really walk through that path and walk, kind of bring down those illusions, that's the scary part, because you start to see, I was blind.
It's like, what's the song? Like, I was blind, but now I see. Now I'm freaking looking at all this, and I'm going, oh, my God, was this what I was doing? No wonder why I felt bad. And it is scary, and I want people to know that it is scary, but also that the beauty and the relief and the peace and the love and everything else that aligns after it is so much more worth it than where you're stuck. And that's the phrase. You're just stuck in what you think is all that there is, but it's not. So allow the healing so you can let more of the good stuff in, whether it realigns you or not.
Right.
Important.
Yeah, definitely. And I've really enjoyed, some of your posts, about that. And I actually, haven't seen all your, you had your Facebook Live.
Oh, yes.
What was it?
I did one this week and I did one last week, I think it was, right?
Yeah, I only got to see some of it. And then I haven't seen your new one yet. But,
that was a good one.
Really, I'm going to go back and watch it, trust me. But, it's really, I think it's really important for, for us to get out there and to speak that truth and to say, hey, it's not always easy, but let me show you how you can move from point A to point B. Let me show you how you can transform your dark to the light, because you're not alone. And a lot of times people will say, I'm alone, and then, you know, I tell them, trust me, there's like 20 other people over here that are going through the same thing. And when you bring the masses together, when you bring that group together, that shift is even more powerful.
It's so accurate. Well, thank you for watching them. I really appreciate that you participate, because that means so much to me. But I just wanted to give people like a safe place, because I find that even though we do feel alone, that you're right, there are people, even if you know them or you don't know them, that are probably going through the same thing, if not in the same way, very similar aspects of it. So I said, you know what, how can I bring people together to talk to each other, to support each other, and to love each other without feeling like all their business is being shared? But how can they also have tools and guidance to fix maybe what feels broken, to look within and feel empowered, to feel inspired, to feel safe, and to start the shift within themselves so they could share it with other people? And I was like, you know what, the best way to do it is to use what you got, use your voice, and, you know, someone will listen. And even if it's one person that'll listen, then it shows that the shift's happening somewhere, because they'll ripple it down to other people. And it's been great so far. So I try to do, you know, I'm trying to go weekly, because I find that it has a good response, and people like it. And there's so many pressing things that are going on now that I just want to tackle it before it gets worse for people. And it's just a gift. It's just a gift to be able to watch people heal, but also you heal in the process too. And that's something that's miraculous.
Oh, yes.
Because I'm sure you see that too when you do stuff.
Yeah, I always say when you become a teacher, you really become a student, because you're healing too, and you're seeing yourself in other places and in other spaces and in other people. So it's like becomes a huge teacher. You know, it's become a huge teacher in my life as well. But I've really enjoyed, you know, watching you do what you do. So I'm glad that you were able to come on for a few minutes today and talk.
Girl, thanks for having me. Thanks for and I hope you feel better. Yeah, I hope you feel better and just honor yourself today. You know, good.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely did. Like I always like go through it, and then I'm like, you know, that it just gives that boost, because you're no longer holding that heaviness within you. But yeah, I'm excited to share this out there and go out there, and thank you for coming on. I'm so honored that you did that today, because it was last minute. I was like, I'm going on in half hour.
It was such perfect timing, and I swear it was meant to be. And I'm so proud of you for doing your healing, but I'm also even more proud that you're talking about it with people, so it's relatable, so they know that they're not alone, because you literally just came out of it today and were like, I'm going to share this with people because it's going to help. And girl, shine your light, because you are doing it. You are doing it. So good job. Good job.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for coming on. I'm going to, you know, for those who listen to at another time, what is your information so they can, you know, check out your site and your services too?
Oh, perfect.
So
you can check out my website. Thank you. My Facebook page is Connections with Cassandra. That's Cassandra. It's also called The Millennial Medium. Or you could just check out my website. It's www.connectionswithcassandra.com. I do medium and groups and all that good stuff. So thank you. That's so sweet. I would have forgotten to say anything.
Welcome.
I probably wouldn't have said anything.
Hey, you know what? You know, it's always good for people to know that they sometimes, you know, hear someone and they're like, hey, I want to connect with them. But thank you so much, Cassandra, for coming on. I will chat with you soon.
Yes, absolutely, and have the best rest of the day. And your show is amazing. I love what you're doing, girl.
Oh, thank you so much. So much love. Bye.
You too. Blessings. Bye.
All right, I'm going to go to the next person on the call here, muting that. Looks like 860-836. Let me unmute really quick. Hello?
Hi, sorry.
Who's this? What was that?
This is me.
Oh, you cut out a little bit. Can you say the name again?
Sure, it's Amy.
Hey, Amy. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Did you have a question or something that you wanted to talk about today?
Yes, I do. It's an intuitive question. If you could help me out with, Do you see me meeting a quality partner soon?
Do I have permission to connect to your high self?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So, what I want you to do right now, or what Master Kathleen is coming in, and he just wants you to take a deep breath and go into your heart chakra.
Okay.
And I see like 3 energies behind you, but the problem is that they can't come in. They can't come in because you're blocking them out. There's still some energy of like old trauma, old thought forms. And so if I'm looking at your auric field,
yes.
They're off to your, like behind to your left. So they're just kind of standing out there. So Mother Mary's going to come in, and she's bringing in the energy of the butterflies for transformation. Do you do any type of like energy work, or have you gone to a healer recently or moved anything out?
It's interesting. I do it myself. In this, like, I bathe myself with white light every night to clear everything out. I turn off all of my electronics about an hour before going to bed. I listen to high vibrational music. So I do a lot of that, especially at night, again, because, you accumulate so much during the day energetically.
Right.
So I try to declutter myself energetically that way. Yeah.
Do you do a grounding cord?
I picture the red chakra. I don't do the grounding cords per se, but I connect with Mother or Earth a lot because I feel centered.
When you do your work, they're saying that you need to release what it is that you're letting go of, because it's staying stuck in your body and it's staying stuck behind you. And so you're moving it out, but it's coming back in. It's almost like recycling the energy. Yeah. So, there's different ways that you can do that. You can do a grounding cord. You can, you can connect to the earth by going outside barefoot. Yes. And releasing it and just asking, you're telling yourself you're releasing everything that you've healed and let go of into the earth so she can replenish you. You can do a grounding cord with Mother Mary, or, you can activate, a prana tube of light by saying, I activate my prana tube of light, and then feeling that connection to the central sun, to the earth. Because and it's moving out, and now I can see these 3 spirits a little bit better. You probably have a 3-month timeline or so, but it's going to depend about, what actively you do in the next 3 months for yourself. Are you working on, healing yourself? Are you, following your guidance? And if you do that, one can come as soon as 2 months. But it looks like there's different lessons with these 3 people and with these 3 spirits. So being open to the possibility of, what you want in a partner. Also, do you have, spirits telling me, do you have like a list of what it is that you seek? Okay. Yeah. And then so looking at.
Yeah. I mean, just one little thing. I mean, about how I feel. Like, my list is there, but how does this person in the like my partnership, the quality partner, how does he make me feel? That's connecting with the heart too, is that it's just not like, okay, is he loyal? I want to, feel what it feels like that he's loyal with me. Yeah. So
So are you loyal with yourself?
Yes.
Because this person's going to mirror a lot of that.
Yeah. So I mean, everything.
This is the time.
It's pretty much the quality inside of him, because that's what I'm a caretaker. I'm a nurturer. I'm an intellect. The intelligence is fascinating with me. If I could have a conversation with a deep-rooted person, because that's what I am. That's even far better than anything else. I want to be able to talk to the person at a deeper level, because I've been through a lot of challenges myself, and I've persevered, like the warrior woman.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And, it's learning to also be your own best friend. What you want in a partner, become that in yourself. But I feel like that person, the first person that's going to come in, may not stick around for a really long time. They're just going to show you what is still left for you to heal, to bring in that partner that you've been wanting. Because there's some growth there. You both, the other, the person that you're talking about, what you're looking for is going to shift after you meet the next. But also your vibration and his do not match yet. They're coming together, but you're still working on something within yourself, within your heart. He's still working on something as well, but he's a little bit more open. So
interesting. No, I have not met this person. I have not met this person. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, their energies are like the three spirits that I'm seeing, because there's a possibility for a third, but it's going to depend on what you learn from the next person coming in. So Spirit's saying that you really, Mother Mary's coming in, she's like, you have to be open and be honest with yourself and what it is that you are ready for and where you're at. And it's going to open your eyes to aspects of partnership that you have not looked at yet. So it's going to be a learning experience for you, but it's there and it's coming up for you. And if you can, use your tools and walk through that and allow that to come into your life, and then the beginning of next year will be a lot easier time as far as partnerships, because you'll be in a different space within yourself.
Right.
And so it will allow you to be more open to the possibility of that and open to what that partnership has for you.
Should I try different things? I just telling me, of course, being open, but part of me likes to do, and we all do this in a way. I'm not making excuses for myself either, but we get comfortable with doing the same old stuff. I mean, should I just go out and adventure and not skydiving or anything like that? I don't think I'd do that, but
no, and I totally get what you're saying. And, throughout the last year, I've done the same thing. And what I used to do was just go out and, something that I feared, I would go do. And it could be as easy as, I had this really weird thing about, going out and eating by myself, in a restaurant.
Okay.
I could go through a drive-through or a little place. And so I started going out to restaurants and eating by myself. That was a really weird fear that I had, that I did it, and it was uncomfortable for me, and I didn't like doing it. And I was always waiting for someone to take me out on a really nice dinner. And I just started doing that for me. And so it's little things like that. You don't have to go skydiving. It's just little things that break your routine, break your habits. And then what happens, too, is it allows you to see what you haven't seen before. So let's say there's someone that maybe and you haven't paid attention to them, but because you shifted your energy and you shifted your way of thinking just by shifting what it is that, your comfort zone, then that possibility is there for you. So make a list. They're saying make a list of what it is that, even little things that you haven't done that you've been wanting to do, and start doing them. Do something different every day. Break your routine. If you don't have a routine in the morning that you do, get up and, bless your day, pray, or go outside and connect to the earth if that needs to be your ritual. Just little by little, do that for yourself, and you'll start to feel your changes in your life.
Yes, that's such beautiful. Thank you. This so healing just talking to you. I felt a lot of energy shift. My heart is brighter, and but this is when you were doing talking about the beginning of my reading with Mother Mary and all the other healers. I could feel everything. So I appreciate you. It's really awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and thank you for calling in. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.
You too. Keep on shining. Take care.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right. I'm going to go to the next person. It's 561429. Let me unmute you there. Hello.
Hi.
And how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Who is this?
This is Tracy.
Hi, Tracy. How are you?
I am fine, thank you. You?
Good. What can we help you with today?
Okay, I wanted to know what do you see in regards to a job, finances, please.
Okay. Do I have permission to connect to your high self?
Yes, you do.
All right. So Archangel Michael's coming in, and he
That's
is
the one I
working
call
on
on
your
all
count.
the time.
All right. He's standing right behind you, and he's working on your crown chakra right now. Tracy, do you have a lot of people that you're responsible for, or in your home?
I feel as if, I'm always the one to get tuggled on, and I carry everyone on my sleeve, it seems. I'm trying to cut back.
Okay. Do you take time out for yourself to do something nice for yourself?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Because Archangel Michael's saying that, you've just been in a lot of other people's energies and you need to bring yourself back to you. So the problem is you're asking for these different outcomes, but because your energy is so scattered, it can't find you. So coming back and being present, he's cutting some cords right now behind you and bringing them back into your high self. Sorry, there's a little bit of repeating there. Do you have your radio on?
No.
Oh, okay. So just take a deep breath as he's moving the energy through. He's going into your solar plexus chakra and moving the energy of worry and fear. Do you have a routine that you do in the morning or something that you do for yourself?
I just pray and talk to God.
Okay. They want you to go outside for the next 3 days and just connect to a tree around your home or go outside barefoot to start letting go of what you've been holding on to. There's a little bit of fear in your chest area and grief. And Mother Mary's going in there as well. It's okay to have fear. It's okay to have the different emotions. Praying about that and knowing that, once you can see them and move through them, a greater shift will happen. I do see in the next 2 months a lot more clarity about what you've been praying for.
Okay.
Around the holiday time, like right before Christmas. So we're looking at Thanksgiving, and we're looking at right before Christmas time. So within that period.
Right around my birthday.
Birthdays are always really amazing, energetic times because, it's the time of your solar return, and there's a lot of manifestations that happen at that time. So, this is your time to really work on yourself too. Do you take any classes? Do you take any classes on how to heal yourself, or have you learned to do that?
No, I haven't.
Okay, because you have that tendency of being a natural healer, and so there's a lot of energy coming out of your hands, coming out of your feet, and they keep showing me that you need to be connecting with Mother Earth, and it could be as simple as picking up a book.
The beach, yes, I was so overwhelmed yesterday, and I was on my way home, and something just told me to go to the beach, and I took I took my shoes off. I had on a dress, so I couldn't get in the water, and I went in the I went into the water like by my knees, and I said, Lord, I just take away all the negativity and just take away everything. And I felt grounded. It's just like the water was calling me, and I just went, you know. And it's funny you should say that.
Yeah, being outside right now, because I'm looking at what's around you, and, you know, there's a lot of conflicting energy. So always bringing yourself back. And something that you can do in the morning when you wake up, is, you know, just praying for your day, setting that intention, but asking for all parts of yourself to come back into your high self cleanse.
Okay.
Because, and Archangel Michael's bringing a few parts. There's parts of you that don't want to be in your body right now. They're like, I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? He's like, she's sitting. There's parts of you that are sitting outside of yourself.
That's true. So that is true. I just want to just float somewhere. That is true. That is true. I was like, wow, I wish I was in Jamaica right now, somewhere else.
But, you know, bringing yourself back to the present moment so those manifestations can come to you.
Right.
So when you find yourself being floaty, we all get floaty sometimes, and when, you know, life gets a little bit funny, you know, we tend to go outside of our body. So bringing yourself back, especially in the morning, because in your dream time you're traveling and you're moving outside of yourself, and you're off, you know, going wherever it is that you want to go, and then when you wake up, you know, asking yourself to come back to yourself.
Okay.
Also, grounding, you know, and you can ask Mother Mary to come in through your high self and create a grounding cord. You can ask for a prana tube of light from the central sun to the heart chakra of Mother Earth, and just by saying, activate my prana tube of light, and that brings in nourishment into your body, so what you're releasing has somewhere to go as well. But also, Mother Mary's saying that you need to be working with the color rose, like that rose-colored, gold, and white. And in the morning, asking those colors to come in through your high self. And we say high self because then it's cleansed through God. And bringing it around your auric field and protecting yourself with that throughout the day. So whatever is coming at you, you know, whether it's other people's emotions, because you can be very empathic, is dissolved, and what come in is love.
Right.
And so that's why those parts of yourself sometimes sit outside of yourself, because what's coming in is at times a little bit, you know, wherever you go out in public, you're just taking it in. So making sure you release the day.
I have a hospice patient, and the energy is so dark and dense, and the environment is so dense and cold, and it's like I want to just leave, but it's like I can't leave, and it's like I feel stuck, you know? And it's not in my nature just to abandon a client. It's not me, but the energy there is so thick and dark. Is there anything that I can do, or, you know, just do what you said to do and protect myself? Because I know I feel so drained going in and coming out.
Protect yourself with those three colors, so the rose color, the white, and the gold, but also that grounding cord, and, you know, simply by connecting to the earth, going outside. This is why they want you to go outside more, go to the water more, go, you know, put your back against the tree more, and let all that energy go to Mother Earth before you go, but protecting yourself with those three colors and bringing them in through your high self.
Okay.
And that will help with what's coming at you. So you know, it's only love that's coming through, not somebody else's. And this is why, you know, bring yourself back always to yourself. Because sometimes when we're caregivers, we tend to take in someone else's energy. So when you come home, making sure that you do the same thing again, that you let go of what you picked up, you know, what you brought in to the earth, ask for those colors to come in as well, and they can cleanse you, cleanse your chakras, and allow that to release. And then bring those colors back in again right before you go to bed. So you protect your chakras, you protect yourself, and you wake up more refreshed.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy, for calling in.
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful day.
You do the same. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, we have time for one more call. And the number is 617-466.
Yay! Yeah. 617. Come on.
And who am I speaking to?
Yay! This is Gwen. How are you?
Good, Gwen. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great now. I'm like, please let it be me. Well, you're on the topic of healing, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It looks like we're on a couple of different topics today, but it was, transforming the dark to light and, healing that.
Okay. This is right up my alley. This is very good. I've met someone, and my meeting him is bringing up a lot of stuff, and it's coming out in different ways.
Right.
And I want to know how to heal this without going into therapy for the majority of my life. What is it that I need to do to heal these issues that are coming up for me in regards to trust, definitely in regards to trust and love?
Okay. Do I have permission to connect to your high self?
Yes, you do.
Okay. And this is funny because this seems to be a really big topic right now. A lot of times people come into our lives and they're the pushers of the unknown healing that we need. And we're definitely in that space right now, strongly. And so, he is that type of soulmate to push that for you. Mirror in yourself, what you need to work through the trust, what you need to work through as far as, feeling vulnerable.
Yes.
So vulnerability feels like it's a hard one for you, and opening the heart and trusting that you're opening your heart to someone. How long have you known this person?
Oh gosh, for almost 6 months now. Maybe even a little bit longer than that.
But that that's still new too, because you go through different phases of the relationship and how you're opening yourself up vulnerably. The first few months you can get off by being.
And we're still in the friendship phase. I really haven't we just really haven't come together in a way where we are open to each other. So that I'm on guard with that, because I don't feel like I know you. I know you, but I don't know you enough where I can really open up and show you who I am. So I'm a little guarded.
So Mother Mary is working on your heart chakra right now, and she's telling me that, every morning for you to wake up and to tell your heart, I love you, and just keep telling it, I love you, I hear you, and I see you. Because, and your inner child too, because I'm seeing her and she's kind of off in the corner, and she's, doesn't know what's really happening. She feels afraid to even, for her, love is still, it's almost like something that was used against her.
Yes.
And she doesn't trust it.
Yes.
So we're going to put her in a beautiful ball of light and pink light with Mother Mary and Master Kathumi and Kuan Yin, because there's a lot of grief that's sitting in her stomach. Have you been having issues with your stomach lately? Okay. Yeah, it's almost like in the upper area, And so they're moving that out as well. Mother Mary's creating a grounding cord for you. You know, another good thing, too, is taking time to nourish yourself, taking time to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And she's saying, like, even as simple as, you know, taking a sea salt bath, putting some oils in there, turning on some candles, learning to trust yourself first. Because sometimes we want to learn to trust through other people, and then it backfires.
Yes. Yes.
And so coming back and creating that trust with yourself, creating that trust between you and your divine guidance, between you and that part of you that is scared. And right now it needs to be with you and your inner child. So you might, in the next few weeks, get inklings about doing, you know, like going out and just doing something silly. Do it and embrace it, because your inner child holds a lot of beautiful intuition for you.
Yes,
She holds a lot of that magic of love, and she loves flowers, and she loves different types of flowers, and she loves pink cotton candy, and she's just like getting all excited right now, like the room is hot. I can feel her energy start to explode and open up, and that's your connection to your trust right there.
Yes, yes. And I love being silly. I just love being silly. There's a part of me where I'm like a little kid, where I'm just like silly, and it's free. And I'm free. I'm not worried about, oh my God, does anybody? You know, I'm a grown woman. I'm acting. I'm behaving like this, and I'm being silly. And it's a part of me where I don't even worry about whether or not anybody is watching me and judging me, because everybody else is. It's like all of a sudden we're all doing it.
Right. And definitely the being silly part helps. There is an exercise that they're showing me where you use your non-dominant hand to let your inner child talk. And so you can ask questions with your dominant hand. So if you're right-handed, write with your right hand any questions that you have for her, and then with your non-dominant hand, you write out what she's saying.
Oh, okay.
She has a lot of things. Yeah, she has a lot of things to say, and this is going to be part of your healing process. This is going to be something that will help you as far as your trust issues, to heal the wounds. So, you know, it's just and that will help also with the stomach issues, because she's holding so much within her that it looks like it's starting to form like some allergies too. And sometimes we'll form allergies to food when we have a lot of stress, and when we hold a lot of dense energy in our belly areas and in our solar plexus and our sacral. So start with that. Start slow. And you know, if you want to further that, contact me.
I will.
Because we do some processes within our child too. That's a little bit deeper than that, but we only have like a few minutes. So
I know. This is absolutely beautiful. But I will tell you before we go offline is that I haven't spoken to my mother in almost a year after the death of my sister, and it's like when I hear her voice or knowing that she's called, I get a knot in my stomach.
Right.
I really do, because I just don't want to be drawn back into that darkness.
Right.
And it's like I have to not go there for a while. I have to not that I don't love my mother. I just can't go. I can't get involved in the drama anymore.
Right.
I'm really trying to heal myself.
You're setting your boundaries.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're setting your boundaries. And, also when you do that, and it's not that you can't love her, it's that you can love someone from afar. And sometimes we have to do that with people for a while. And then we can go back at a certain point. We can say, I'm ready.
Yes, and right now I'm not ready.
Time.
Yeah, right. And this is the first time I'm actually giving myself that time.
And your inner child's not ready either. So allow her to speak, allow her to go through the healing that she needs to, and then when you are ready, you will feel the call, and within yourself, follow your intuition and your guidance on that, and then if you need to talk to your mom, then you can do it at that time. But yes, I think for the rest of the year, at least until January, February even, it's going to be about you.
Absolutely.
And going through this process.
Yes, this is beautiful. This is so beautiful. Thank you so very, very much, and many blessings to you.
Blessings to you, too, and thank you for calling in. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.
You as well, honey. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, everybody. We are at our last 4 minutes. So I just wanted to end today with and I'm just muting, so I accidentally unmuted someone. I just wanted to end today with a prayer for everybody right now, asking that, Creator, Great Spirit, Grandfather, the universe, whatever you want to call it for yourself, to send blessings out to everybody, as we're shifting and transforming our dark to light in this world. And darkness doesn't have to be bad. It's just sometimes it's very uncomfortable. But there's ways to go through the uncomfortableness. There's ways for us to walk together as we go through that path by simply sometimes acknowledging it, sending it love, hugging it out with our fears and with our hate and with our anger. We start to dissolve that energy within us. So then what, other options or opportunities was behind that can start to show itself. It sometimes is as simple as asking for help, taking care of yourself, going outside in nature. A lot of you guys need to be out in nature right now. Be with the trees. If you live by the ocean, go to the ocean. Be with the water. If you don't have salt water by you, take a sea salt bath or Epsom salt bath. Put some lavender in there. Relax. Take in the day and let it go. But remember to take care of yourselves right now, to be, that it's okay to be vulnerable and it's okay to be in your feelings. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not know what's going to happen next. Sometimes it's not about knowing what's happening next. It's just about being still, being in the moment, and being present. So be present with yourself. Be present where you're at. I'm sending prayers to all those people out in Standing Rock right now who are fighting for beautiful, water, praying for clean water. I want to send a prayer to the Wintu people who are doing their benefit right now for their salmon. I went the other day, and it was a beautiful event. Sending a prayer out to them, prayer out to my friends and my family, and everybody out there right now. Remember to follow your path and your heart, even if it's scary. Walk through that fear. The love revolution continues. Thank you and have a beautiful day.